Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is the 2024 United States Grand Prix. If you are new to the channel, if you are a Formula 1 fan, then do make sure you drop a like on the stream. Helps get the channel noticed. And get yourself subscribed as well. I am live for every single Grand Prix from the Formula 1 World Championship, and this is round 19 of 24 in 2024. We've got Lando Norris from pole position here today for the main Grand Prix itself. But welcome in, guys. I can already see a couple of debut drivers for round 19 of the Viewers' Championship, which I will host probably... It could be tomorrow night. But I haven't done a single lap on that sim rig for a month. So I might need to bed myself in a little bit, get a few laps under my belt before I go live in case I'm last. I don't want to be last. I did win last time out though, but that was about 5 weeks ago, so I'm a bit rusty since then. So yeah, Viewers Championship, if you don't know what that is, anybody that types a message in live chat during this stream will be entered into a 2-hour virtual race that I host on iRacing on this channel. You are entered as an AI driver, so it's kind of like a virtual horse race, but it's not horses, it's cars, and you have your name on one of the cars, and it's completely random how quick you are. So Kim currently leading the championship. I have got the championship standings somewhere. I can press a button in a bit and get the standings up for that. So yeah, that runs alongside the F1 watch-alongs, the Viewers Championship. So get yourself involved. Denver was here about half an hour ago, and that is good enough to get him a seat in round 19. Also, Barry's in. Barry's saying, come on, Lando. Yeah, Lando from pole position, but I think I missed qualifying. But from the highlights I saw of qualifying, it was due to George Russell putting it in the wall and ending qualifying early, so Max Verstappen didn't get his final lap. Whether Verstappen would have gone pole, we'll never know, but he probably would have. So George Russell's helped Lando Norris out there, I think, inadvertently. And so Lando Norris gets pole position by default of the session ending earlier than it should have. So that happens every now and then. But yeah. It is Lando Norris from pole. Devi Maria Quinn, I have never seen you on this channel before, especially at least not in the chat. So welcome to the stream, and you have been entered into round 19 of the Viewers Championship. Round this circuit as well. I've got to download it and get a few laps in, but it will be round this circuit as well. Probably do it tomorrow night. But yes, welcome in. CL2's in. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, as well. Like it's been a long break. I know I did a stream yesterday, but you know, this is the main one. You know what I mean? We can do sprint races and qualifyings and practice, but this is your main. This is the bread and butter. So yeah, welcome back to the channel, everybody. And yeah, Ryan Tune. Welcome back to the channel, Ryan Tune. I don't think you've been in a race this season, man. I don't think you've been in a watch-along all year, Ryan Tune. But you are an OG of the Devcast. So welcome back to the channel, Ryan Tune. And you are in the Viewers Championship, round 19. We've got a few new drivers, few new people. This is my life as well. This is your life. You're saying Lando first, Max second, and third Leclerc. I can't see anything other than a Max Verstappen victory myself. But I hope that Lando can give him a good fight. I'd prefer a Lando win for the sake of the slight hope of a championship fight towards the back end of the season. So I'd hope for a Lando win. My heart says Lando. My head says Max gets the lead within the first couple of laps and sort of just paces himself from there, keeps himself, you know, out of danger, let's say. You know, I'm not saying he's going to romp away at the front by 30 seconds, but I think Max will get the job done here today. But we'll see. I'm up for that not happening. I'm up for that fully not happening, but that would be my prediction. But yes, Loz here as well. Loz, as always, going for the Hamilton P1. It is a stretch. It's a stretch from P9 from P17. But you never know. It's the GOAT, innit? It's the GOAT, so you never know. But yes, welcome to the stream, Loz. Ryan, as I said. Barry saying, come on, Lando. Got a few Lando fans in today. Yes, hit the like, guys. It does help. It does help me out. Does help the channel out. More colour than last night. I know. I feel like a dark coloured top does help the situation slightly. For what it's worth, I look a little bit like less like chubby caps for the ghost, but you know, still not a great. I'm still regretting the old shave, but you know. We make mistakes in life, don't we? But yes, welcome to the channel as well. Mitch, welcome back after this, what should we call it, autumn break. We had a summer break, and this season we got an autumn break as well, which I hope to never see again. I looked at the calendar for next year, and there's no autumn break next year, just the summer one. So, you know, every cloud. But yes, Lisa's in as well. Welcome to the stream, Lisa. Welcome to the US Grand Prix. I don't know if it'll be the last couple of hours this stream be on. It's getting really windy here. I know it's proper windy here as well. I have the window open as well because it gets, with the lights on, the PC on, it gets hot in here. So I always have a window open. But yeah, I can hear it's kicking off. Storm, well, it's got a name, hasn't it? I can't remember the name of it, but every windy day's got a name these days. So it's Storm something or other. Storm somebody. Don't know if you, but yeah, proper windy here. Yeah. Quackmaster. Go on, Quackmaster. Go on, Zach. Your name was Sensei, something Sensei, wasn't it? So I'll change your name on Viewers Championship to Quackmaster because I think Kim said that count got accidentally deleted or something. So I'll put you down as Quackmaster. Quackmaster for the win in round 19. But yeah, welcome in. And yeah, so you're going Lando, is it CL2? I would, like I said, I would prefer the Lando Norris win. I'm not going to lie. But I can't. The thing is, we had the sprint yesterday. And what the sprint told me is that Red Bull are back. You know, they've I think, you know, Max has had 7 or 8 winless races. That little streak might come to an end this evening if I was to put my money where my mouth is. You know, Max hasn't won since, I don't even know. When was the last time Max won a race? Mid-season? I don't know. 6 or 7, 8, maybe even 8 races ago. But yeah, I feel like fraud. I mean, I'm just going off the sprint yesterday. Max looked solid, you know. Ferrari's. Why has that come up? Why has my own stream come up? I didn't even press anything on my phone. I didn't even press anything. I got another view there. I got another viewer in myself. I don't know why my phone just decided to do that. Right, anyway, we're getting into it. It's 5 minutes out from the start of the race. Yeah, Gojo got banned. Yeah, so we'll go. I'll change your name on Viewers Championship to Quackmaster, mate. Trust me. Yeah, don't worry. Do not worry. Yes, Salty Dog, mate, welcome into the stream. You've got yourself secured for round 19 as well, the Viewers Championship, which will be round this circuit probably tomorrow night. But yeah, welcome back to the channel after a long autumn break. We've had about 1 race in the last 9 weeks. So yeah, you know, a summer break. Then we come back for what? Azerbaijan and Italy. There's one other one in there. You know, Azerbaijan, Italy, and then another month off. I was saying yesterday, I've lost track of where we're up to. But yeah, Lando Norris I think he's about 54 points behind, 6 to go. You know, we could do with a Lando win and a Verstappen DNF at some point to really spice this championship up. Not that I'm hoping for a Verstappen downfall, but it would help in terms of entertainment value, that is for sure. Hopefully someone takes Max out. Well, that's what I'm saying, Barry. You know, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you know, it's kind of like wishing for a crunch tackle in football. You know, it's not really morally correct. You know what I mean? It's kind of like hoping for an own goal or something. You know, hoping that he gets slid in. But yeah, a Max DNF certainly would spice this up, and it needs that. It needs a DNF. It needs a Max DNF. You know, Lando winning and Max second is just not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. You know, Lando could win all 6, but if Max is on the podium, he'd still win it. You know what I mean? So we need something unusual to happen to Verstappen in these last 6 races for them to become like one of them. For them to become, oh, here we go. Right, anyway, this is the grid lineup for the US Grand Prix. George Russell starting from the pit lane, so it's Liam Lawson from P19, Zhou Guanyu from P18, it's Lewis Carl Davidson Hamilton from P17. Valtteri Bottas from P16. Franco Colapinto, who's been very impressive so far since coming in, replacing Sargent, starts 15th. Alexander Albon, who's probably my favourite driver on the grid this season. But we're going Kimi Antonelli next season. But Albon from 14th, Stroll from 13th, Esteban Ocon from P12, Nico Hülkenberg just outside the top 10. He'll probably get in the points. Nico Hülkenberg 11th, sorry. Yuki Tsunoda of P10, Sergio Perez P9. Kevin Magnussen P8 on the grid. Haas are quick, man. Haas are like the 5th fastest team. And that's saying a lot because they should have been the 10th fastest team, really. So big ups to Haas. So Alonso 7th, Gasly P6, Oscar Piastri P5. Then we've got a top 4 of Charles Leclerc P4, Carlos Sainz P3, and a front row of your 2 championship contenders. I mean, it's a loose term. Max Verstappen and, of course, your boy Lando Norris on pole position for the 2024 United States Grand Prix. Who's ready for a race? Who is ready? Bad birthday for you. Chelsea lost. Yeah, but they were playing Liverpool in it, so there's probably not many can beat Liverpool at the minute. So it's not like you lost to Bournemouth, is it? You know, that would be embarrassing. Lose 2-0 to Bournemouth. I've seen who's in chat as well. Oh. It's an heavy one, that. I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of football for today. Anyway, United won, so I can smile for once. Fucking, it's few and far between. So get in. Who do you think will get the fastest lap? Oh, what, are you getting a bet? Are you getting a bet on? Fastest lap? Oh, God only knows. Whoever puts fresh tyres on with 1 lap to go is going to get fastest lap. Whoever's got a pit stop gap to the car behind and decides to chuck a set of softs on lap 55, calling that now it could be anybody. So, you need a 1 in 20 chance of picking a name out of the hat. But seeing as though you asked, fastest lap, Lewis Hamilton. Fastest lap. Stick a pound on it. Because he might have nothing else to fight for. Do you get me logic? He's starting P17. He might recover a bit. He might think, I'll tell you what, stick a set of softs on for the last lap, lads. Let's get fastest lap. Up there for thinking. Anyway, football, let's go. Yeah, in it. It's formation lap coming up. For me, my lad. It might not be for you, but it's for me. But anyway, Anto, you were saying it's a bad birthday for you. I didn't even consider the fact that it is your birthday. So happy birthday, Anto. And congrats on another year on this planet. Yeah, Kim's all right. How we doing? Jams is in. Hey, Jamsy, you're in the next round of the Viewers' Championship as well, so welcome in, mate. I'll go Lewis fastest lap just because the scenario is a bit weird, so he might just want to for banter or whatever. But I think he needs it. Yeah. The time suits you exactly, and I know why Gav always misses. I mean, he's not in yet today, but Gav always misses the races at like when the midday, 1 p.m, 2 p.m. because and I was thinking, he's sacked off the channel. You don't want to be here because he doesn't wake up till about 5 p.m. Gav, that's why. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really fit his sleeping pan, whatever, if you can even call that a sleeping pan. But Gav should be in tonight because I'm on his timeline and I'm on Jams's timeline as well. Because before midday, you don't really exist, do you? But who got GPT today? What does that mean? What do you mean chat GPT for? He's still in bed. You calling him Casper or me Casper? Because I'm looking, especially with this. Oh my God. I got a double chin I never knew I had. Nope, not happy. The immediate regret of me having a shave is what it go down as one of the worst decisions of my life. But it's only temporary. A moment of madness. But we live and learn, don't we? Right, anyway, enough about that. Let's get into the race. But what do you mean, Lee Kime? What do you mean by who got GPT today? And cheers as well. Couple of whiskey and cokes tonight, so late night settings in it. I'm off tomorrow, so have a couple of bevies. Enjoy the US Grand Prix. Let's see a Max and Lando. Little elbow, little nudge in turn one. That's what I want. Come on, let's have it. Let's have a do. Let's have a race. Who's Claire? We don't talk about Claire on here. Claire comes out after about, you know, that's a bottle of whiskey deep, that, Claire. Right, oi, come on. Right, here we go. Kid hell, Barry. Kid hell, Barry. You gotta know when, you gotta know when to bring these things up, man. Kid hell, Barry. Oh, buzzing for this. Let's have a do here. Hey, I'll give you an outside shot. I've told developer Liam Lawson to finish in the points. Man started 19th, so William Hill had him on at 14-1 to finish in the points. Just have a look. That's all I'm saying. Top 10 for Liam Lawson. There's my outside shout. Top 10 for Liam Lawson with a fresh engine and something to prove is my... Anyway, that's my little tip for you. He'll finish 18th, but I've got to have a tip. Anyway, here we go then. It lights out and away we go for the 2024 US Grand Prix. It's a good start for Lando Norris, and he's going to keep the lead into 2-1. Oh, is he though? Max Verstappen dives it. Of course he does. There is a nudge, and they both go wide. The Ferrari's in the lead. There's Charles Percival Leclerc, who takes the lead of the US Grand Prix because Norris and Verstappen came together at the top of the hill in turn 1, and they let the Ferrari through. Oh, we love to see a little bit of needle, a little bit of let's push each other off the circuit. And Leclerc just went, oh, you're going outside the track limits, going over there a mile into downtown Texas. See you later. Bang, takes the lead, and we're down to turn 9, and it's Leclerc who leads the US Grand Prix from, what was he on the grid, P4? From P4 on the grid to the lead. That is something you do not see every week. Let me tell you this. Hamilton's gone from 17th to 12th as we see Max Verstappen getting shoved a mile wide at turn 9 by Carlos Sainz. And Sainz has got the switchback. It's Verstappen versus Sainz now as we enter into the tight, twisty middle sector. Verstappen holds on for now. But what a start to the race we are having here. And Leclerc's disappearing off into the distance. Go on, Charles. Hey, I didn't have Charles winning this, but now I have. Go on then, Ferrari. I back Ferrari, you know. I like Ferrari. Not just because they're leading the race now, but I do in general, like, behind the scenes. And I don't really support a team, but if I did, I would support Ferrari. Until next year. It's for another 3 months. Big ups, man. Leclerc leading after lap 1 was on nobody's bingo card. But it was because Verstappen and Norris, I tell you what, I was giving it Norris great start, leads into turn 1, followed by an immediate dive bomb from Verstappen. They both went wide. Leclerc said thank you very much, stole the kitchen sink from them both and took the lead. Verstappen's holding on to second, but he's more under pressure from Sainz than he is putting pressure on Leclerc. Norris is down to 4th from pole. Bloody hell, I don't think Lando Norris has ever made a position up on lap 1, has he, this season? But yeah, Norris down to 4th, Piastri 5th, Gasly 6th, Magnussen 7th, Tsunoda 8th, Perez 9th, Alonso 10th, Hamilton up from 17th to 12th, and your man, Liam Lawson, 19th on the grid. Where are you now? Lawson's on his way. Developer, wake up. You're gonna make money, brev. Up there for thinking. I mean, he might end up finishing 70. It's early days. It's 55 laps to go. But 14-1, Liam Lawson to finish in the points. I do not dabble in betting in general. I definitely do not dabble in F1. But if I did, it'd be £1 on Lawson to finish in the points. Oh, Hamilton's off! Hamilton's beached! Hamilton's out of the race! Lawson up to 13th. Hey, in all seriousness, Hamilton's out. Hamilton's out. GG's done, stuck in the gravel, spinning his rear wheels, digging himself a bigger hole, literally and figuratively, digging himself a bigger hole. Game over. Hamilton, GG's. He probably won't get the fastest lap now. You didn't put your life savings on it, did you, Jamser? Sweaty here now. I might owe you a few quid. Nah, he's out, man. Hamilton out. Lawson from 19th to 13th, and he was 14-1 to finish in the top 10. He's not 14-1 now, is he? It's evens. Come on, then. You nearly did, but you didn't let it. No, listen, I don't. It's too many variables, mate. Too many variables. The camera goes to Kimi Antonelli in the garage, waiting to take this man's seat. Of course it does. You know what I mean? It's like when a team scores in football, camera goes to a keeper looking devastated, and then to the manager that's just conceded a goal, devastated. In F1, what they do is, he's crashed, show it to man in garage. The man in the garage who's going to take his seat next season. Yeah. Let's have a look what Antonelli's saying. He's saying, I wouldn't have done that. Well, I don't even know what happened to Hamilton, so I don't know if it's his own mistake or someone's pinned him off into the gravel. I don't know whether he spun off or what. But I tell you what, we've seen a replay of the start, and Verstappen just went for it in turn one. And fair play. But, wow. I mean, Lando Norris got absolutely done there. Lando Norris did get done there. You've got to cover that inside line. You have to cover the inside line into turn one there. Especially, he got a good start as well. It's not like Max was already alongside. Lando got a great start. If I'm Lando, listen, he's paid $1 million a day. I don't know what I'm talking about. But if I'm telling you, if I'm Lando Norris, I'm covering that inside line. Ain't nobody coming up the inside of me in turn one. No chance. I'm going against the, almost on the red stripe on the inside. You're going round the outside. And if you pass me round the outside, then it's GG's. You hold your hand up and go touche. But you're not getting me down the inside into turn one. But Lando Norris didn't defend that enough. See, he's got a great start. You defend it. And he thinks he's got it covered. But Max just opportunistic. He didn't slam the door shut. Max slithered up the inside, pushed himself and Norris off the circuit, and Charles Leclerc just went, I'll have a look. I will have a look. He chilling, he's just peaked for Hamilton. Yeah, man. It's starting a bit of fun. Yeah, man. Whew. Oh, yeah, so here we go. Replay with Hamilton. He's just spun it. He's just spun it. Just turned in, the rear end just gone. Oh, mate, that's a deficit. He just turned in and the rear end's just gone. Like me in Viewers' Championship. Like me, Viewers' Championship, lap 184. I just turn in. Oh, we're fucked. Exactly the same. Just one of them. It happens every now. Every blue moon, every blue moon you'll turn in, the rear end will go. I just don't fancy it, mate. Safety car's out. In fact, I got a graphic for that. Yeah, of course I have. There you go. Told you. In fact, I should have had this on since the beginning, but well, can't think of everything. There you go. Safety car. Professional, mate. But yeah, so safety car's out on lap 5 because Hamilton's car's beached in the gravel, so they're going to have to get the crane out and get that winched and get it lifted up 50 feet in the air and get it out of the way. You went on Lando. What? You went on Lando? What, to win? I'd have told you not to do. I mean, it's easy to say that now, but Denver was on about that in his stream because, Denver had a couple of drinks and he had 150 quid in his betting account, and he was looking at the F1 and he's going, "Oh, Michael Lando." I told him in chat, I said, "Do not go Lando." And I feel like it's pretty justified now. Well, because and that's not because I'm Mystic Meg. That's because there was a sprint race yesterday where McLaren were the third fastest car. So the signs are there, He might have got pole position, but over 56 laps, is Norris really going to outpace Verstappen here today? I'd say probably not. I'd be impressed if he did, put it that way. I'd be very impressed if he did. So, but yeah. Seen a replay of that start again, and look at the dive bomb from Sainz on Verstappen there. I tell you what, Sainz is on smoke this weekend, isn't he? Sainz does not give a damn this weekend, and I fully respect that. I mean, it's an illegal move. It's an illegal move what Sainz did to Verstappen because they both, Sainz did not make the corner, so. It's a good job that he lost the place anyway, so because he wouldn't have been able to keep that position. If Sainz had got past Verstappen doing that, you best believe there'd have been a phone call to your man going, "Give him the position back. You've overcooked it, mate." Absolute send. I like that though. Lick the stamp and send it. I'm here for it. Without that, it's boring. You need to have a few lick the stamp and send it moments, or else what are we doing here? It's a race. So big ups to Sainz. Big ups to Sainz this week. Oh, look at this. Oh, I tell you what, Verstappen's had an amazing restart here. The race is back underway, by the way. So we'll get that off the screen and we'll get that back on the screen. So we're back under green flag racing conditions, and Verstappen's looking racy here. All over the back of the gearbox of Charles Leclerc now as they go down through the S section. I know, Sean, it's the biggest regret of my life, and I've been through some shit, but this is it, man. But the positives are, it'll grow back and it's not forever, but I look like a chubby Casper, mate. I got a double chin I never knew I had, Sean, for a start. Gutter doesn't even come close. Oh, mate, I can't even look at myself in the mirror. I can't even, I glance at myself on the stream like, "Oh, what have you done, Rob?" Anyway, it's not forever. Fucking hell. I'll be putting Miracle Grow on my face before end of night. And that's for lawns, so that tells you how desperate I am. I'll be going Turkey for a beard transplant like Geordie Pordy before fucking Christmas. Bloody hell, look at the fighting at the back here. Albon versus Ocon, is that? Albon versus Ocon for P17. Go on then, boys. I mean, none of you's getting points, is it? But you might as well have a do. Where's Lawson? Lawson's up to 12. I could make money out of this game. He were 14-1 to finish top 10, Lawson. He's 12th right now. He ain't 14-1 now. Go on, Liam. To be fair, Liam Lawson, I rate it. I rate the Liam Lawson. I think Liam Lawson's going to be good, I really do. I think Liam Lawson's going to be a bit of a superstar, in the future. Might not be this year, might not be next year, might not be the year after that, but remember the name Liam Lawson, because I think before too long, he'll be Max Verstappen's teammate, and then the name Liam Lawson will be in a household name. Not right now when he's down in P12 and he's making his return to the sport at 23 years old, but give it 3 or 4 years. I really do rate that kid. I really do rate that kid. Yes, Wade, how we doing? You said all this in imposter, I know. A few people are coming. Who's this? Who's this? And where's Rob? Cute hell. Liam who? Liam Lawson, Swade. Yeah, man. I rate it, man. Yes, Todd, welcome in. Also, as I said before, anybody who's in live chat, anyone who puts a message in live chat be entered into round 19 of the Views Championship. So, you know, Kim's in as normal, but there's a few irregular additions, few debuts going to be made. And Sean's back after missing a few. Jams is in, suits his timeline. Todd's in. Well, Todd's second in the championship. Todd's right up there at the sharp end with Kim. But yeah, lap 8 of 56, and Leclerc leads Verstappen by 1.4. He's managing the gap, managing the pace, and Ferrari have looked good here all weekend, to be fair. You know, Ferrari arguably, I mean, it's easy to say this now, the first and third, but they've looked like the fastest car since they arrived. So, they're looking good. I wonder, is Leclerc mathematically in the championship fight still? That is a long shot. Leclerc to win the final 6, and Verstappen and Norris to tangle a couple of times, and we might be on for a Charles championship out of nowhere. No, that'd be the greatest sporting story the world's ever heard. It'll never happen. Oh, look at that! It's Liam Lawson. That's a move from Lawson on. Was that on Joe? Go on, Liam, lad. He's coming up to the back of Alonso as well. Go on, Liam. If Antonelli wasn't coming into this sport next year, my support would probably go behind Liam Lawson, actually. I do rate it. I do rate him. But Kimi Antonelli's coming in, mate, and Science Team Radio. No power on the exit of corners. Science complaining of mechanical issues. Oh no, Science is struggling with a mechanical issue here, and he's falling into the clutches of Lando Norris. Oh no, Science has had a good weekend. I give Science driver of the day yesterday in the sprint. He was on a madness. Yes, Dougie. Welcome to the stream, bro. How are we doing, mate? Are we getting back on the twitchy ones this week? So stay tuned. Evening, Anthony. Welcome to the stream, bro. Was it an A? Saw something about Red Bull being investigated on here on this channel. I did have a 30-second talk about that. Yeah, but I think it's a non-story, to be honest. I think it's very difficult to prove that Red Bull were changing the ride height. Oh, it's been a spin. Zhou Guanyu spun. Yellow flag, but we're all right. Oh, Zhou. I don't think Zhou Guanyu is going to be in this sport next year, is he? I think it's How long's Joe had? 3 years? Is this his 3rd season or 2nd season? Either way, it's his last season. That sounds so harsh. It sounds so harsh. But I'm sorry, Zhou Guanyu. Not everybody's the one. You want to be in Formula One long term. You can have a year or two and not be the one and get away with it. But 3, 4, 5 years in Formula One, not being the one. Unless your name's Lance Stroll, it's not happening. And so I think it's Zhou Guanyu's days are numbered. Put it that way. Put it that way. Right, let's have a top up here. Me old fruit. Cheers. It's whiskey and coke night. Leclerc's leading now by 3.5. 3.5 seconds. He's chilling. He's chilling. He's... Whiskey AMS. No. You have a personal gambling den bar? What do you mean? You see everything. You have the race on football, on hockey. What the... What are you sat in like some like CCTV room where you've got like 28 screens? Security guards, the security guard hut with 18 screens. So what? But he nuts. Like that, just sat there on your chair in about 18 monitors. You just swivel round. Oh, there's been a goal there in La Liga. Oh, there's been an overtake in the Grand Prix. Oh, someone's been knocked out on fight night. Oh, someone's slid the puck in the back of the net on the hockey. Hell. Absolute Sports Central going on with Suede. Absolute Sports Central. So what's happening here? Where are we? Where do we stand here? Lawson's 11th, by the way. Lawson's 11th from 19th already. I'll phone Denver up. I'll wake him up and say, how much did you get on this 14-1? Because I want a slice. Liam Lawson on smoke. And there you go for a replay of Liam Lawson down the inside of 2-time world champion Fernando Alonso and takes P11. Of course he does. Whoo, of course he does. And they've already got a bit of beef, you know, Alonso and Lawson. They've already got beef, Alonso and Lawson. And I like that. I like that. If a driver comes in, because Liam Lawson, if you don't know, fresh meat, mate. Liam Lawson's brand new on the scene, yeah? All right, he did a couple of races last season. Well, yada, yada, yada. But he's brand new, Liam Lawson. And he's already got beef with Fernando Alonso, who's like the OG. And if you've already like ruffling feathers off the bat, you got a bit about you. I like it. Lawson's turned up and he's already pissed off Fernando Alonso within the space of a day or two. You've got a bit of something about you. Because if you're calm with everybody and you're everybody's mate, you're not a threat, are you? That's what it is. If you're everybody's mate, you're in a Formula One and you get on with the other 19 of them, you're not a threat. But if you turn up and on day one, people are complaining about you. Oh, he's done this, he's done that. I'm going to get him back. I'm going to do this. You're a threat. You've come in with something about you. And so Liam Lawson, respect. He's come in with a bit about him. Wait till Antonelli gets here and wins the first race. That will be the one. That will be the one, mate. I will be. Oh, I can't wait for the Antonelli debut. Oh, I can't wait. If you don't know, there's an 18-year-old Italian kid who's replacing Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes this season. The next big thing. Project Mbappe is coming to Formula One. And they gave him 2 laps. There's nothing going on at the minute, so I'll just go on a little tangent. Kimi Antonelli was given Hamilton's car for a practice session in Italy about a month ago. On his very first lap, he went fastest of anybody. Off the cuff. Fastest of anybody. In his second ever lap, he binned it in the wall. I love it. I already love it. That is what I'm about. That is what I'm about. He turned up on a random Friday practice session, went fastest, and then immediately binned it. Sign me up. Sign me up. That has got chaos written all over it. And to me, chaos is exactly why I watch this sport. I don't watch this sport for people who are anonymous. You know, Zhou Guanyu finishing P18 every week. Leave it out. Lance Stroll finishing P18 every week. Leave it out. Kimi Antonelli going fastest and then binning it in the wall immediately. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm about. And that is where my support is going next year. But anyway, back to what's happening on track, which is not a great deal at the minute. Lap 14 out of 56. Leclerc leads Verstappen by 6 seconds. Leclerc's got this. Leclerc's comfortable. And Sainz has recovered from whatever technical issues he had. And he's only 1.7 behind Verstappen. Russell has now passed Franco Colapinto for P13. You see, Russell's going to come up behind Lawson and pass him, isn't he? So Lawson might be down to 12th before too long. He might. It's going to be touch and go for Lawson getting a point, but I hope he does. Kimi Antonelli. He doesn't play for Arsenal. But it's near enough. But read the notice at the top of the stream. That's all I'm saying on the matter. Because I don't want people to think I'm jumping on a bandwagon when he wins the first race of next season. I'm telling you in October 2024 that I'm already on the bandwagon. Before the bandwagon's been built, I'm on it. I've heard a rumour that there's going to be a bandwagon. And I've already put my deposit down 6 months prior. So when that bandwagon arrives and you know, everybody jumps on it, I've already got the seat in first class at the front, and everybody that comes on the bandwagon next March, I'm going, cheers, you're at the back, I'm here, I've seen this guy, I'm ready for it. I booked my seat on the Antonelli bandwagon on purely a potential of there being one. So you could say I've gone too soon, but whatever happens, I've made a mistake before. I thought Mick Schumacher was the man. Actually, there's a slight chance that Mick Schumacher does get a seat next season. If Mick Schumacher comes back, I will be torn. I'm not going to lie. If Mick Schumacher gets that Sauber seat, you know, if they get rid of Zhou and put Mick Schumacher in, with Hulkenberg's going to that team next season. So if it's Hulkenberg, Schumacher, I will be torn. But if they don't, which they won't, Pick Mick Schumacher, then I'm all in. Choo, Suede, choo. Get on it. Get on it now, Suede. Honestly, mate, get on it. Because it's exciting. It's exciting. You know what I mean? It's exciting, bro. I told you in August. Exactly, Kim. Exactly. So, there you go. Right, George has got a 5-second penalty for forcing Valtteri off track. We didn't even see that on TV, did we? Yeah, Russell's as shocked as I am. I didn't even... A 5-second penalty for George Russell. Lawson might get a point yet. At 14-1. You need all the players you can get. Oh, mate, it's looking peak for Arsenal now. Well, not as peak as it is looking for United, but... So, lap 17 out of 56. I mean... It's early days, but it's not a classic so far. The clue is this. The less I talk about what's happening on track, the less there is to talk about. Makes sense, really. But, yeah. Still waiting for this one to sort of come alive a bit. First couple of laps was box office. Since then... Yeah. Nothing going on, Suede. At the moment. Come on. We're going to keep the energy up, Suede. Come on. Help me out. Don't get a tenner on Rhino or what? The race has been demoted to the small screen. Oh no, that is the biggest. That's a message. So we're gonna get Russell versus Alonso for a 12th, for whatever that's worth. Oh, Perez has done Tsunoda for P8. As if Perez was stuck behind Tsunoda until now. I didn't even clock that. So Perez has been stuck behind Tsunoda for 18 laps. You're in a world championship winning car. Oh, Sergio Perez. Listen, all jokes aside, I think there is a probability. What, high probability, low probability? I think there's a chance that Sergio Perez announces his retirement next weekend at the Mexican Grand Prix. I think there's a chance. I saw a rumour of it about 3 months ago and I thought, he won't need the money anymore. He'll have got his millions. He's got a family. He's got 2 or 3 kids. His career's going downhill rapidly. He's still young, so he can still do other things. And there's a few things that I just thought, if I'm in Sergio Perez's shoes right now, do I just call it a day in F1? It's certainly worth considering. So don't be massively surprised if Sergio Perez announces his retirement in a week's time. Don't be massively surprised. Because what's he going to do? He's never going to beat Max Verstappen. So what? He's just staying there for a payday and well, not just for a payday. You're a Formula One driver. It's living the dream, but you're never winning the championship alongside Max Verstappen. And that doesn't just go for Sergio Perez. That goes for the rest of them as well. Bloody hell, look at this. Hulkenberg versus Tsunoda for P8 is going off the rails here. Tsunoda's held on for now, but this is a great battle, and Tsunoda dives into the pits. So he's the first one, as far as I'm aware. So Gasly's in as well. So lap 19 out of 56, Gasly in, and Tsunoda in. Lawson 10th. You know it, JJ. For now, innit? For now. Listen, there's another 36 laps to go. We don't count our chickens yet, but the chickens are looking good. Perez in Indy. Why not, innit? Why not? Why not? Listen, Marcus Ericsson was and also ran in Formula One. He was anonymous in Formula One. All due respect and all that, he's one of the best drivers in the world. Listen, he was anonymous in Formula One, goes to Indy, wins the Indy 500. So his career has gone from an also ran P16 Formula One driver to Indy 500 champion. Perez might want a flavour, Perez might want a taste of that, and I wouldn't blame him if he did. Because you'd never win the championship alongside Max Verstappen. I don't think anybody would win the championship alongside Max Verstappen. Who's going to beat Max Verstappen in the same car over a season? The only way you beat Max Verstappen in a world championship is being in a different team and having a faster car. It's as simple as that. And even then, you're probably going to lose. So being Max Verstappen's teammate in equal machinery, it's just going to mentally, Norris will give him a go, but what are you going to do, man? Come on then. 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 14-1, Denver. 14-1. Never doubt you, man. 14-1. He's P8, bruv. 14-1. William Hill don't know as much as I know. Listen, it's early days. We're counting the chickens well too soon here. But he's got a chance. Listen, he's got a chance. It's not 14-1 now. Put it that way. It's not happened. Listen, it's not 14-1 now, is it? It's all I'll say. Cheers, bro. Cheers, bro. I know one. Cash out, yeah. Cash out. Yeah, no. Let it stew. Listen, he's going to be around. He's going to be in a bracket of like 9th, 10th, 11th, or 12th. So if he doesn't get a point, it's going to be he nearly did. It's going to be touch and go, So if you can cash out and you want to cash out, then consider it. But he ain't 14-1 now, put it that way. But half an eye open, brev. Yeah. Oi, mate, catch you Tuesday, brev. Oi, cheers for popping in. I bet you looked for that name, didn't you? I bet you looked for that name and thought, fucking hell, 14-1. You know what I mean? From 19th to 8th in 20 laps. Come back for Mexican Grand Prix next week. I'll have your next one for you. No, I've gone too soon with it. There you go. Hey, listen, he's down to 9th. I deserve that. I deserve that. Russell's done him. But Russell's always going to do him. Russell's in a Mercedes. It's all right. Anyway, let's get back to serious talk here. Sainz is in the pits from P3. So let's have a look here. It's got to be crisp. It's got to be I'm going to bet 2.6. And it was a 2.6 second stop. I've watched a few of these. That was pure luck, that. Nah, guessing how long a pit stop is. is next level. 2.6. It felt like a 2.6. Looked like a 2.6. Was a 2.6. So get in. Anyway, so what have we got here? Leclerc's not under threat from the undercut. So Verstappen's already beat. It's 9.2 at the front. Verstappen's not pitted, but Sainz has. Oh, look at this. Albon versus Magnussen getting Larry. And Magnussen fancies the I tell you what, that middle section is great for overtaking. That middle sector is great for overtaking. It really is. It offers, you know, you got up the hill into the hairpin. And the next 3 or 4 corners is brilliant. Oh, look at this then. Colapinto versus Alonso into turn 10. And Colapinto's got the move done. He's been impressive as well, Franco Colapinto. He has. He's been impressive. I bet Williams wished the ditch sergeant months ago, because Colapinto's been brilliant. So Leclerc leads Verstappen by 9.6. We said, oh, Denver's probably already gone now, but we did say about Leclerc as well. We did actually say. Because he was on about Norris. I was like, nah, don't go on Norris. And then he went Leclerc. I was like, that's a better shout. But I didn't think that Leclerc could be leading after lap 1. I tell you now, I didn't think Leclerc could be in the lead after 10 seconds into the race from P4. But that's how things played out. Right, so Leclerc saying don't leave me out too long. You don't want to be under pressure, from the being undercut. You've got a few blankets on. Don't want to put the heating on in case of power cuts. Well, it could be. I bet it's. Is it windier up there? It's probably windier up there. I think they've been given like an amber weather warning, haven't you, up there? I mean, it's pretty bad here, but go north 100 miles, different again. Well, Kevin Magnussen's got a move done there on Lance Stroll. Go on, Kevin. P13. He's only got 6 races left, or 5.5 if you want to be pedantic about it. Yeah, Magnussen's only got 5.5 races left in his Formula 1 career, so you might as well just gloves off and enjoy it. In fact, Haas are running an all-new driver lineup for 2025. Haas are going with Ocon and Behrman. So we've got a couple of rookies. I tell you what, there's a bit of a change of the guard going on at the moment, because all of a sudden you've got Colapinto, Lawson, and then you're going to have Behrman and Antonelli. All of a sudden you've got 4 new faces in Formula 1. In fact, 5 with your man at Alpine. Why can't I think of his name now off rip? I can't think of his name right now. But Alpine are running a rookie as well next season. So you're gonna, all of a sudden, you've got 5 new names on the grid. That's good. Obviously, but in case you didn't know. But no, that's good, because I think from last year to this year, I don't think there was any rookies, was there? You know, every other year, you might get one. You know what I mean? Probably the average is probably a rookie every other year. So to have 5 fresh faces in the space of 6 months, it's great for the sport. You know, we're seeing a next generation come through now. Obviously, Hamilton and Alonso still there. after 20 years is mad. But it is a good sign for the future. Jack Doohan. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Jack Doohan, yeah. Jack Doohan. So you're going to have this, all of a sudden, you've got Colapinto, Lawson, Behrman, Antonelli, and Doohan all at once. Brilliant. Love it. But the thing is about Franco Colapinto is it could be short-lived. It could be short-lived because Colapinto, as of right now, has not got a seat for next season because Williams' lineup next season is Albon Sainz. So Colapinto, it could be left out in the cold again. It doesn't really deserve to be left out in the cold. So the only seat left remaining is the seat at Sauber. Hulkenberg's going there, and we don't know who his teammate's going to be. Now, they've got a choice of 6 or 7 drivers for that other seat. Top of the list should be Franco Colapinto. Mick Schumacher might be on that list. Bottas will be on that list because he's already at the team. But I don't know about Valtteri Bottas. I don't know. But anyway, here we go then. So Verstappen's in the pits, and with the major undercut of about 7 or 8 laps, Sainz gets the position, but Max has got, 6, 7 laps? 4, all right, 4, I exaggerated. 4 lap fresher tyres for Max Verstappen. But he has been done right now by the undercut. It's good to see new people. Definitely, Kim. It's always good to see, even in football, it's good to see new names coming through. It's great having the established names that have been there for 10, 15, 20 years, but it's always nice to see fresh faces on the block. And this is a prime time for it, with all these, like I said, five new names on the scene. Is nice. You're off in here. No, I appreciate that. I know. Welcome back to the channel, and you will be entered into round 19 of the Viewers Championship, Chris, as well. I know you've been in before. Maybe you don't chat every single race, but I know you are a regular viewer. So get in. So cheers. Formula is always a revolving door. It isn't. It is, unless your name's Lance Stroll. Yeah, it is. It is and it isn't. Yeah. You've got to come in and you've got to be impressive off the bat. Look at this. We're going side by side here. Lance Stroll and Alex Albon. Side by side round turns 15, 16 and 17. Go on then. I mean, this is all in a fight for 14th, but let's have a go. Stroll and Stroll and Gasly have got the DRS on Albon. Turn 1 we go then, and it's Albon on the inside, Stroll around the outside. Lance Stroll gets the position back. Go on then, Lance. Do you know what? A lot of hate gets put on Lance Stroll and everything, but Lance Stroll's a difficult one to judge, to be honest, because it's not embarrassingly bad, is it? Unless your name is Lance Stroll, yeah. You're secured for life, aren't you? Because your dad owns the team, for those that don't know. Lance Stroll drives for Aston Martin. Who owns Aston Martin? Lawrence Stroll. Well, it's not as simple as that, but if you want to simplify it all. So, you've got a seat secured if your dad owns the team. But then again, it's not like he's a random guy. He is a very talented driver. He's not just a random guy. His dad's bought the team and gone, "Hey, our son, have a go at this. See if you can do a quick lap time. Go on. I'll give you a seat if you go on, have a go." It's not like that. You know, he's obviously still one of the best drivers in the world, despite all the banter. But would he still be in Formula One if Lawrence Stroll wasn't a part of that team? Now, that's a debate. Maybe he would be. Maybe, because he's not it's not embarrassingly bad. It's not like he's P20 every week and like hasn't got a clue. It's not like that. A lot of people would have you believe that it is like that. That Lance Stroll is just, there's the other 19 drivers and then there's Lance Stroll who like hasn't got a clue and he's just there because his dad's paying for it. No, it's not that bad. Anyway, no, it wouldn't be. Well, you know, I'm glad that's riled you up enough to type a comment because it's got you in the next round of the Viewers' Championship, Gav. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to get people to disagree with me just so they get a comment in and get them in the race. Max Verstappen, overrated. What? No, he's not. You're in. Got you. Lando Norris. Crap. You're in the race. Get in. No, that's not the aim. But thanks for watching, Gav. And listen, Gav, I know why you're missing from a lot of these watch-alongs. It might be because you're not that bothered, but I've got another theory. You're simply not awake mid-afternoon. You're simply not awake at 1-2 p.m. Am I on the right line? Am I on the right track there? If I did a race watch-along at midday, are you awake? Have I cracked it? Is that why you miss a few races? Have I hit something there? Yeah, I got it. Yeah. I thought so. I mean, you know, I thought that might be it. Anyway, listen, I've been waffling on here. I've lost track of where. I don't even know. Lawson's P7. I don't think he's pitted yet, but it looks good at the minute, doesn't it? When he started P19 and I gave it as a tip to finish in the top 10. So it looks good. So I'll take the credit for now. Right. So the as I understand it, the McLarens are still out there. Yeah, this is the German situation. I was going to say, when was the last German Grand Prix? 2019. They've just told Lando Norris on the team radio, this is the Germany situation. There's not been a German Grand Prix for 5 years. As if Lando Norris is going to go in. Yeah, I remember the strategy in the 2018 German Grand Prix. I wasn't even in Formula One then. What the hell? This is the Germany situation. Oh, Williams. Yeah, Lance Stroll. Listen, that's a debate. I could go on. What we're saying? Because of his dad, you met him and his dad? No, you are capping. Your mate is business partners with Lawrence Stroll. Do you live on a yacht in Monaco Harbour? Or does your mate? You know what I mean? What? Lawrence Stroll is probably in the top 100 richest people on the planet. What do you mean it's your buddy's business partner? Like you're just throwing that out there. Man's worth billions with a B. I mean, he's got money. Well, he must have. Yeah. It's not like that. Well, yeah, he's not. But I mean, fair play. You know, that's big cheese. Anyway, here comes Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll. I've been talking about Lance Stroll for half an hour. It's Charles Leclerc on Oscar Piastri. But they're on different strategies. The McLarens are still out there. Ferraris have obviously pitted. Could this be a Ferrari 1-2, this? Could we be on for a potential Ferrari 1-2? Yeah, McLaren have to pit. And McLaren have stayed out too long. Or, I mean, obviously they're going for the one-stop. What they do, yeah, they're sticking on a set of hard. So McLaren going for the one-stop strategy. I suppose it's the only thing they can do. You know, I suppose the only thing they can do, like, you know, what are you going to do? If they go two-stop and follow the Ferraris and follow Verstappen, then you're looking at a 5th and 6th or a 4th and 5th. So why not try the one-stop? Worst case scenario, you're going to be 4th and 5th anyway. So you might as well try something different. Yeah, you might as well try something different. You sponsored me when you were I never knew you did kart. I had a phase of karting. Won every race I ever did, mate. Yeah. This chair sinks over time. There we go. It sinks. He wanted to go in on buying Palm Beach Racetrack here. Who Lawrence did he? Oh, I know. No, honestly, honestly though, on a real, all jokes aside, this chair is giving up the ghost. Yeah. New chair incoming. I think we're looking at a Ferrari 1-2 here. If I was to call it now, I'll go Leclerc, Sainz, Verstappen, then Norris, Piastri, Russell, Perez, Lawson. Right, so Piastri is in. So we have now got this Ferrari 1-2 going on with Verstappen 3.9 behind Sainz. Ferrari get a 1-2 here. That's big. What happened to Hamilton? Yeah, he rage quitted, yeah. No, Hamilton... What lap was it? It was early on, wasn't it? I'd a guess it's like lap 5. It's early on. Hamilton spun and beached the car in the gravel. It might even be before lap 5, like something like lap 3 or something like that. Hamilton spun and got the car beached, like a beached whale. And yeah, out of the race before he even settled into the race. So lap 2. Damn. I was being generous giving it lap 5. Lap 2, savage. You don't often see Lewis make, to put it in tennis terms, an unforced error. You don't often see Lewis make an unforced error and spin off into the gravel and get beached, is it? But it's happened today. Right, so we've got Norris here. We're on board with Piastri, are we? With Russell right behind. Yeah, so this is the situation, right? Sainz has undercut Verstappen, but Verstappen's got 4 lap fresher tyres on. So I fancy Verstappen to go and hunt down Carlos Sainz, if I'm being honest, really, judging by that. We've got Sergio Perez coming up to the back of Franco Colapinto for P8. Liam Lawson's still up there in P7, which, listen, he's not going to finish P7, but it's looking good. He could get a cheeky point. Yeah, Lawson might end up like 11th or 12th. It might be like a... Ooh. It might be like a close shave situation. Albon's pitted. So where are we up to here then? It's so... Wait a minute. On this screen here, it tells you how many pit stops everyone's had. So Russell, Lawson and Colapinto haven't pitted. Everybody else has. Yeah, so Russell, Lawson, so 6th, 7th and 8th haven't pitted. Everybody else has. That's what I needed to know. That information is on my other screen that I've got. So get in. It's on this screen, look. Look at this. This hasn't just got what position they're in. It's got fucking everything, bro. It's got absolutely everything. Enough to boggle your mind. You know what I mean? We could just have a stream of numbers if you want. Some people do that and have 250,000 views, by the way. Some people just have that as a stream. 250,000 people in chat, by the way. But that's not how we roll. Maybe it should be how we roll. If you want to follow the crowd and actually grow your channel, that's probably the way to do it. And mute my mic and get me out of here. But that's not how I want to do it. You know, that's not how I want to do it. But if I did do it that way, the world would be my oyster. Well, no, but... I know, Kim. I know. But I just wanted to see what the pit stop strategy was saying. And what it's saying is everyone's stopped apart from Russell, Lawson and Colapinto, 6th, 7th and 8th. So they're due to move back. Perez is putting Colapinto under pressure for P8, as he would do, because Perez has pitted. Colapinto, as I was saying, still out there on the old tyres. And, that was extremely close there, but he still keeps Perez behind him for now, but I feel like it's just a matter of time. If I'm Colapinto, I dive into the pits now. He stays out there, fair enough. Meanwhile, at the front, Leclerc leads Sainz by 7.2. Leclerc's got this Sainz seal delivered and gone. Leclerc's got this comfortably. I think the battle is more for second between Verstappen and Sainz. I don't feel like that's secure. Definitely not a done deal. Good luck from Norris. Yeah. That's it. The little, you see his number has got the purple thing. He's currently got the fastest lap. I mean, you probably already worked that out, but if your number is lit up in purple, you've currently got the fastest lap. So yeah, it's currently Norris. Just in case you ever wondered why someone's lit up purple. Yeah, it's on the stream as well, man. Yep. So get in. Panthers, dude. Reason why you're on the F1 today. Come on, the Panthers. I like the setup. Do Do you know what? Last season, I changed the setup and the graphics and everything. Every race, I was never happy. I was constantly tinkering with it. But this season, I've kept this as and I think it's all right. I mean, I could have more information. I could have all the sector times and all that, tyre strategies and all that. But I think it gets a bit much. It's just information overload. Anyway, Liam Lawson pits then from P7. My tip was to Denver. Liam Lawson was 14-1 to finish in the top 10. And so I told Denver, get on it. Come on. So he's pitted and he's out in P12. It's still a chance. It's still a chance. Come on, Liam. Come on, Liam. Do it for Denveloper. And because I told him to do it, and I'll feel like a bit of a melon if he doesn't. But 14-1 was... It should have been about 5 or 6-1, not 14. Yes, Blue. Yes, Blue Trans Am. 5 for third, though, like 5th. Yeah, tight fight for third. Yeah, I think it's still a tight fight for second, to be honest. I think Leclerc's chilling out front, but Verstappen's got the fresher tyres on site, so I don't think that's a done deal. But yeah, Norris only 3.1 behind Verstappen. Piastri's a bit further back, 7.1. So yeah, the battle for third between Verstappen and Norris could be on. Definitely. Tsunoda complaining because Lawson's had a pit stop and come out in front of him. How's this happened? Lawson's the real deal. That's how it's happened, Yuki. Lawson is the real deal. And you're not ready for it. You're not ready to accept it yet, but he is. And he'll prove himself to be the real deal as the months and years roll by. Tsunoda Team Radio. Lawson was 0.4 of a lap quicker than Tsunoda on old tyres. I'll tell you now, Liam Lawson, he's got a good career ahead of him, if you're to ask me now. He's got a good career ahead of him, that kid. From New Zealand. I think he's 23 years old, from New Zealand. And he's looking like the real deal. Cheers, Jamza. Hey, I like your idea of the... I won't do it because I don't know how to do it. But I like your idea of the vertical streams as well. It's like a live short, basically. In fact, when I'm on yours, when I'm on yours with the new thing, it comes up, swipe to see the next stream. You know what I mean? I could easily go, nah, next stream. I wouldn't do that. I'd never do that to you. But it is like a short, basically. You're basically on a reel of just like other people that are live in the same way that you are. Oh, Magnuson's been called in. Yeah, you get all that feed. Finding new view. Exactly. Honestly, Jamza, I saw that as well. Because obviously you get your regulars in, but when you did do it that way, despite the odd complaint here and there of like, what the hell's going on here? There was 3 times as many people watching. I know. Anyway, what were we saying? Yeah, more like a Norris Max fight. True, yeah. But don't write off Verstappen finishing second when push comes to shove here. 16 laps to go in the US Grand Prix. Is the weather bad where you are? It's blowing a gale, yeah. You get that on the feed. Good potential viewers, definitely. Obviously, people aren't big fans because they're like, let's look at. Because try new. You got to try new things, innit? You got to try new things. Like you said, you could carry on doing the things you do. You carry on down the same road you are and get the same regular viewers in, or you can try new things, so big ups. I'm trying new things next season. Read that top line. It's a Kimi Antonelli fan channel next season. No more neutral commentary. It's all behind one man, which is, ride or die. Go big or go home, innit? But that's how I always was. I was always one driver and bollocks to the rest of them. That's how I always was. It's only in the last 3 or 4 years that I've become more neutral, but that's going out the window because I'm tying my flag to the mast. Do you know what I mean? I'm yeah. It's Kimi Antonelli. It's Project Mbappe's coming in. You know what I mean? We're having it. Why you do our game? What game? Oh yeah, he missed thingy Liverpool Chelsea, innit? He's gonna go oh no. I was gutted about that Man City win as well. I mean, I'm talking about football for a long time, but I was having a look at that. So I was at 94th minute. I was like, you jammy. It's like last kick of the game. I knew it as well. I knew it. Right, so what's the gap say? So Leclerc's chilling out front by 6.5 seconds. Verstappen, I don't know if Verstappen's got the pace to challenge the Ferraris today. We're staring down the barrel of a Ferrari 1-2 here. As Kevin Magnussen fights Colapinto for P12. Colapinto holds on. George Russell's in the pits. He's got to be the last one to pit. George Russell stayed out for 41 laps. On a medium he must have started on the hard, George Russell. Yeah, he started on the hard, but still 41 laps with George Russell before finally pitting now on lap 41. So we're staring down the barrel of the Ferrari 1-2. Verstappen third. Norris only 1.9 behind Verstappen. Then Piastri. So McLaren fourth and fifth. Then Perez sixth. Hülkenberg P7. Then Russell now comes out of the pits and rejoins P8. Someone's locked up at the top of the hill there. Lawson's ninth. Lawson's going to get points here. Hey, if Denver's won big... Don't tell me that's Lawson. It's Tsunoda. Lawson's on for points here. Right. Lawson was 14-1 to get in the points. Denver asked me, where's the value in the market? I said Liam Lawson to get in the points. He's P9. If Denver wins £1,000 here tonight and he's asleep, it's down to me. I don't listen. I'll take the credit. It's on. Liam Lawson in the points is on here. We've got 14 laps to go. 14-1. I knew it. Yeah, George. Yeah, George started in the pitch. Yeah. Bernardo blocking the keeper as an offside. Oh, honestly, was it a dodgy goal as well? I don't even want to know. The refs. Do you know what? There's been more complaints about the refs this season than I've ever seen before. Magnussen and Colapinto are absolutely going... Oh, I'm sure they made contact there and Magnussen lost a bit of front wing. Bloody hell. Proper racing at the back. Well, at the back, in the midfield. Colapinto and Magnussen going tooth and nail for P11. Go on, Lawson, get in the points, man. Did you put a bet? No, I don't tend to dabble. I don't dabble on it. The only time I've ever stuck a bet on F1 was qualifying for Monaco in like 2017. Raikkonen was a massive outsider and I went for it and he got it. Of course, he got it because I'd watched practice and William Hill hadn't. You know what I mean? I'd watched free practice 3 and I knew Raikkonen was looking quick. William Hill didn't have a clue. They were giving it like 8-1, and I was giving it's nailed on. And that's the only time I'm one for one on betting on F1, and that's the God's honest truth. I'm 1 for 1. I don't touch it because it changed my whole it changed the whole thing. I don't know. It swayed me it swayed me in directions I don't want to be swayed. You get what I mean? I'd be cheering on for like some random. I'd be like, go on, Lance Stroll, you can get fastest lap. It's just, it'd be weird. Anyway, Denver give me a cut if he wins big. You know what I mean? It's what do you call it? Like dividends or like you know what I mean? Tax. He's got to pay his taxes if he wins, because I know that he won't have put £1 on it. He won't have put 50p on it. I know Denver. He won't have put 50p on it for tenner back. No. So you might have to get taxed if it happens, because it's looking good. Yeah, right. Anyway, back to it. Sorry, Blue Trans Am. Sorry, I go off on tangents. But meanwhile, Norris 0.8 of a second. Norris closing in on Verstappen. And listen, all jokes aside, Lando Norris has to beat Max Verstappen, not just today, but in all the remaining 5 races after this, if he's to hold a candle of a championship fight. Listen, it's still not enough. Even if Lando Norris beats Verstappen here and he finishes 3rd and Verstappen 4th, what's the points difference? 3 points different. We'll go to Mexico with a 51-point lead. Even Verstappen will go to Mexico with a 51-point lead, even if he loses out to Norris here. It's Norris at the very least has to beat Verstappen here. Has to. There's 12 laps to go and he's all over the back of him. I tell you what, after the pit stops, I did think it'd be more like Max Verstappen challenging Sainz for 2nd. I was wrong. It is Verstappen trying to hold off Lando Norris for 3rd. It's a Ferrari 1-2, this. Which is incredible, really. We're looking at a Ferrari 1-2. It's a win for Norris if you can say he was at least there at the end of the season. Yeah, it's still a great season for McLaren, because at the beginning of the season, they didn't think they'd be in a championship fight with Max Verstappen. Nobody did. Nobody thought after the first 4 or 5 races of this season that Lando Norris would be in with a chance of winning this championship. Nobody, not even Lando Norris's parents, would have said that he's got a chance of winning this championship. Do you know what I mean? So fair play for them to really put the challenge onto Red Bull, but it's certainly made it 10 times more interesting than last season, that's for sure. So big ups to McLaren for that, for at least giving Max Verstappen a good old run for his money this season. But I just feel like it's not quite going to be enough, barring, a couple of mechanical issues for Max Verstappen. It's going to be about the consistency of Max Verstappen, even though he's not had the fastest car at every track. Max has got the maximum. Max has got the maximum. Max has got the full potential out of the car every single race. And that's what's going to win in this championship. It's not a record-breaking winning every single week, but it's, if he can finish 2nd, he'll finish 2nd. If he can only finish 5th, he will finish 5th. He's been unbelievable in getting the absolute maximum potential out of the car each and every race, and that's what's going to win in this World Championship, despite the challenge from Lando Norris and McLaren. I really do, Jamter, honestly. we're staring down the barrel of a Ferrari 1-2, which I wouldn't have said at the beginning of the race. You know, Ferrari started third and fourth on the grid, and it's 1-2. I mean, they did look quick in the sprint yesterday, to be fair. They did look quick, but I had my money on... Well, I didn't have my money on, but I would have had my money on a Max Verstappen win here tonight. I would have. I would have gone Verstappen and then sort of Norris, maybe splitting the Ferraris, maybe Ferrari second and fourth, something like that. So a Ferrari 1-2... It's a surprise to me, a pleasant surprise. I back it, but I would have rather Lando Norris have won this for the pure fact of making the championship a little bit more spicy. You know, I'd have preferred a Norris win just for that fact, but still a Ferrari 1-2. I mean, you know, hats off to him. It's been fantastic. George up to 7th. Yeah, where's Lawson? Lawson's still 9th. It's on this. 10 laps to go. Even if he gets done by... Listen, Lawson's got 5 seconds on Colapinto. Lawson's getting points here. Denver's going to wake up with a wad in his betting account, mate. They're flying, yeah. And look at this then. We've got the 2 championship contenders and nose to tail here. Lap 47 on 56. And it is Verstappen versus Norris. It's not for the win today because Ferrari have done a madness. But it is for third. It is for a podium position. And these are the 2 championship contenders. And Norris has to beat Verstappen at each and every opportunity. Not least here today. Way better than last. Oh, honestly, I do not know how I got through last season. Blue Trans Am. I do not know how I got through last season because I've been doing this for 3 years now. I did 22, 23 and 24. I do not know how I live streamed 2023 and kept the energy up. Oh, look at this, and it's side by side into the hairpin. It's Lando Norris going to get the switch back. Here we go then, it's Verstappen versus Norris. This is what we want to see. This is what I wanted to see coming into the US Grand Prix. It's side by side now into the tight and twisty middle section. Verstappen holds on for now. Lando Norris tries the switch back. He's going to be on the outside as he reaches turn 16. It's side by side, but Verstappen holds on for now. Come on, this is what we wanted to see. I know it's not for the win, but it's for the championship. Ish. It might be a stretch, but I'll say it's for the championship. Well, no, these are the top 2 in the sport right now. And listen, it's Ferrari's day today, but these are the top 2 in the sport right now. Al Ferrari ahead of these 2 is a fantastic job from Ferrari, but these are the top 2 in the sport right now, going absolutely head to head here. Come on. Lando's got to beat him, Kim. As Colapinto got... This is what I was saying before, Gav. He hasn't, but he deserves one. He hasn't got a seat next season because obviously Sainz is going to Williams. So Williams next season will be Albon and Sainz. You know, because Hamilton's going to Ferrari to replace Sainz. It's like bloody musical chairs out here. So Sainz is going to Williams. So Colapinto's going to be left out in the cold. Anyway, here we go then. Lando Norris, send it. Lick the stamp and send it. Ah, you bottled it. He should have sent it. He didn't want to risk it, did he? He should have sent it, man. Oh, he should have sent it. What have we got left? 8 laps, something like that. 7 or 8 laps. Come on. Lando, at some point, you've got to just send it. Maybe he's just thinking, listen, bide my time for now. It's not the last lap. We've got time. But the thing is, Verstappen, you know, in Formula One, you've got to rock up to the guy and you've got to do it immediately. Not every time, but a lot of the time, it's either that or you get stuck. You've got to arrive and pass him immediately. That's how most overtakes happen. You don't really see someone stuck behind someone for 10 laps and then they get the job done. It's sort of like, I'm here, bang, I've got you, and I'm out and move on. You know, slam dunk, gone, done, finished. Because if you get stuck behind him, then he learns where you're quick. He learns where you're likely to go for it. He learns where his weaknesses are. And then he starts to defend. He starts to use his battery where he needs to. He starts to tactically maneuver his car exactly where he needs to be. And it becomes it becomes a stalemate. It becomes a stalemate. If you're quicker and you arrive to the guy, do it immediately. That's always the way. But now it's getting to the point where is Lando Norris now stuck? Is Lando Norris now stuck? He's got to send it. Hey, look at that. He had a look and he thought, oh, I better not. Kimi Antonelli next season, he's sending that. I'm bigging up a kid that's never even driven a lap yet, but I trust Antonelli. You've got to send it, Lando. Because the longer that Lando doesn't get this move done, the more that Max Verstappen is preparing everything. He can then measure it and go, oh, Lando's quick out of turn 2. I'll use a bit more battery out of turn 2. Oh, Lando's likely to go in turn 9. I'll defend into turn 9. You've got to just arrive and send it. Anyway, he might still get it, but you're likely to get stuck. Oh, my God, dude. Verstappen's having to defend it. I still think he'll get it, by the way. I still think he'll get it, but he should have done it 4 laps ago. I still think he'll get it. But I'm saying he should have risked it for a biscuit 10 minutes ago. Who's taken Ocon's seat again? A rookie called Jack Doohan, and his dad is multiple Superbike champion, so he's got racing heritage. There's 5 new faces in Formula 1 at the moment. As I was saying before, we've got 5 new faces in Formula 1 over the next few months. You know, the sport's moving on a little bit. Oh, Verstappen's locked up a little bit. Could this be an opportunity? We've got 6 laps to go. You see, it's getting to the point of exactly what I said, where Lando Norris is a little bit stuck now. He's a little bit stuck. I can't help think that he could have got this move done 4 laps ago. He might be a little bit stuck now. He thought he was going to be a Hamilton Ferrari fanboy. That was before I knew that Mercedes were going for the big gamble of bringing in an 18-year-old Italian kid called Andrea Kimi Antonelli, who comes with the biggest hype that I've ever seen. And I'm on board with it. Mercedes could have played it safe, but they've gone for Project Mbappe. Mercedes have gone for the gamble. And you know what? I love it. They could have played it safe. I bet all the shareholders and all the people in the top offices in the big board meetings were going, just play it safe. Get someone, and someone's overruled them all, whether it's Toto Wolff or someone else. Someone's gone, we're going Kimi Antonelli, and you can stick it. We're going Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and do what you want. Here we go. This could be it. Just send it. Oh, Verstappen's defended. You see, this is the situation you get yourself into. Verstappen knows to defend, but at some point, you've got to risk it, Lando. Because if you want any hope of winning this championship, you have to beat him. It's side by side, but Verstappen's got the inside line. Into turn 15. Now, is he going to get the switch back in the grip? Verstappen still holds on. Hey, I tell you what, it's a good fight, is this. The race number might just be creeping up, because I always do driver of the day and rate the race. And I tell you what, before this scrap, we were looking at a 4 or 5. Lawson's going to get in the points as well. Lawson's going to get a couple of points. Lawson's getting in the points. Oh my God, how much did Denver put on Lawson getting in the points at 14? Denver had Lawson getting in the points off of my advice at 14-1. Your man's P9. I've watched a few of these. He was 19th on the grid and I had him finishing top 10. Come on. It's a shout from absolute left field. If Lawson bins it now, I've absolutely had a mare. 500, yeah. Yeah, Denver put 500 on Lawson. I want £1,000. Oh, it's side by side between Norris and Verstappen. Verstappen's got the inside line. Oh, it's absolutely noted. This is a ruthless fight here for the podium. Norris has got the position, but Verstappen's going to be complaining that he went off the track. I think he's going to have to give the position back. Surely. Hey, what a race. Yeah, he's going to be on the telephone. I think Norris is going to have to, overtook outside the track. I agree with Verstappen. It's not a common occurrence, that. But I agree with Verstappen. I think Norris is going to have to give that one back. Just give it back now, because you're running out of laps. Just give it back now. Lando, because you're going to be... What they're going to do, they're going to have a conflab and then say, give the position back in 3 laps. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Let him go. Oh, my God, this is a race. Oh, if this was for the win, I'd have already be dead. I mean, you've got Ferrari chilling out 1-2. This is for third at the end of the day, but it's also absolutely critical. These are two top guys in F1, and these two are fighting for the championship, and it's absolutely hell for leather. Love it. Love to see it. He does need to give it back. I agree with Verstappen. Norris is still fighting it, and Norris is now disappearing off into the distance. This is going to be a controversial one. This is going to be a controversial VAR. You see, it's VAR that. It's VAR, bro. The thing is, it's VAR overtake that. As the ball crossed the goal line. No, it didn't. But he's still a goal anyway, but it's not. Norris, as soon as he got that move done, he should have let Verstappen back through, because now he's opening a can of worms that he doesn't know. He doesn't know the amount of worms that are in the can that he's just opened. Lando Norris does not know the amount of worms that are in the can that he's just opened, honestly, because it's going to be... He's going to get a 5-second penalty, and then he's going to finish behind Verstappen anyway. So he should have just given Verstappen the position back immediately, and then had another 4 laps to re-attack him. Do you get my logic? VAR, man. I know, but sometimes you need VAR in it. Sometimes someone scores a shicey goal where you go, well, VAR has actually come out with the correct result. You know, sometimes you need a bit of rules. Sometimes you need the rules to intervene and go, actually, he did handball it before he volleyed it top left. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes, Lando Norris has got the overtake done illegally, in my opinion. You see, Lando Norris has got past Max Verstappen illegally, in my opinion. Now, if the stewards disagree with me, I'll have the stewards on here now. I'll send them the link to join the stream, and I'll have a word. And I'm not a Verstappen fan. I'm looking at this from neutral. I don't agree with this. I think he'll take a penalty for it. Martin Brundle agrees with me. He's got the move done in a way that's, he's a mile off the track. It can't stand, man. It can't stand, because it opens a can of worms that you don't even want to start dealing with that. If you can overtake someone a mile off the track, then what are we doing here? You got to stay within the track limits. Yeah, he also went... the steward. Listen, I'll have a word with the stewards and listen. I want Lando Norris to beat Verstappen here, but I want him to do it fairly. He could get a 10-second. I think it'll be a 5-second penalty, in which case he'll finish behind Verstappen anyway, and maybe even behind Piastri. What's the gaps? Yeah, well, it'd be touch and go, wouldn't it? It was a good scrap. But it's ended up with a dodgy conclusion there. Not for Ferrari, by the way. Ferrari, my hair is absolutely criminal. Not for Ferrari, by the way. Ferrari have had a phenomenal day. I don't know how the hell I'm going to rate this race. Where's Lawson? I keep looking for Lawson's got a 2.7. Lawson's going to get a P9 here. I better be on Developer's Christmas list, is all I'm saying. I want a bouquet of flowers. I want 12 roses off Developer. I want an early Christmas card. And a thank you note. $14-1. I knew 14-1 was ridiculous from William Hill. What William Hill didn't know about Liam Lawson is he's fresh, he's coming in to prove a point, and he's got a brand new engine in the back of the car. William Hill didn't know that Liam Lawson had a brand new engine in the back of the car. So they were just going off grid position. It's P19. He's a rookie, 14-1. Should have been about 4-1. If Lawson bins it now on the last lap, I'll actually cry. He's gonna get P9. It's not even. Do you know what it is about Lawson? He's not even scraped to P10. He's P9. He's got in the points with a bit to spare as well. He's within the points by 10 seconds. I do rate Liam Lawson actually. Look at this though. So Lando Norris has been given a 5-second penalty. Oh, God. What's the gap? 3.3. Oh, Christ. It's not going to be enough, is it? It's going to end up Verstappen on the podium. I knew this would be a controversial one. He should have given the position back straight away. But it is what it is. And meanwhile, Ferrari have dominated this Grand Prix since turn 1, and it's a Ferrari 1-2 in Austin, Texas, and I did not have that on the bingo card 2 hours ago. A Ferrari 1-2. Charles Percival Leclerc wins the United States Grand Prix in 2024. Carlos Sainz comes home second, and with Lando Norris's penalty, Verstappen takes third. Verstappen takes the final podium position. He finished fourth on the road, but Norris got the 5-second penalty, so it was a quick shoop, and Verstappen ends up on the podium in P3. Lando Norris P4, Oscar Piastri P5, George Russell P6. You know what I'm about to say. Hulkenberg P8, Liam Lawson P9, and Developer is going to wake up to a fat stack in his betting account because your boy here knew. I've seen a few of these. P9. Oh, you know what? He'll message me in the morning. He'll go, I should have put more on it. Because that's a gambler's heart, that. That's a gambler's head, that, innit? Oh, I should have put my house on it. Do you know what I mean? If I don't get a paragraph thanking me tomorrow, I'll never give him another tip again. Lawson P9. 14-1 to get in the top 10, and he slapped a P9 on the Reds. I tell you what, there wouldn't have been many people that have had that as well. I bet I'm one of a handful of people that had that Lawson bet. Or, well, Denver had it on my behalf, but I bet I'm one of a handful of people that seen that and went, 14s? Let's have a look. Anyway, right, what are we saying? about this. Your only argument would be that that little shift over Max Wright did before the train. Yeah, no, so yeah, Verstappen has right. We'll do driver of the day and rate the race in a minute as well. Driver of the day, Liam Lawson. Eh? Who's arguing that? From P19 to P9. I mean, it's probably Charles Leclerc, driver of the day. I'll give it Liam Lawson, though. I'll give it Liam Lawson. And not just because I'm biased, because of certain things that have played out today. I'll genuinely give it Liam Lawson. Driver of the day. From P19 to P9, like, all bets aside, that's a hell of a drive, isn't it? Like, everything aside, it's a hell of a drive. As if I've called it as well. As if I've called it as well. Right. So, I always do rate the race and driver of the day. They've given driver of the day to Charles Leclerc. And to be fair, it probably is Charles Leclerc, but I can do whatever I want. It's my channel. And I'm giving it to Liam Lawson. I do, you know what I mean? Whose rules am I abiding by? My own. I'm giving driver of the day to Liam Lawson. Everybody else can give it to Charles Leclerc, and I respect that decision. They've been fantastic this weekend, Ferrari. And to get a 1-2, hats off, unbelievable race by them. You know, it all got done at turn 1, and then they just cruised it from there. They just managed it. They managed it fantastically. But I will give my driver of the day to Liam Lawson. P19 to P9 when you're a rookie is a hell of a race. And I was just about to get onto that, Lisa. George from the pits, is also a shout. George Russell from the pit lane to 6th is also a great drive. So it would be between Leclerc, Russell, and Lawson, definitely. So fair play to that shout, Anto. What else has people been saying? Yeah, it might be a penalty. Yeah, he got a 5-second penalty. Did Norris in the end. Liam into Red Bull for the rest of the season. Well, I think that'd be a bit too soon, but I don't know if you've seen before, Anthony, but I think there's an outside chance that Sergio Perez announces his retirement next weekend in Mexico. I wouldn't put that out of the realms of possibility. Let's say that. I wouldn't put that out of the realms of possibility. Because if you put yourself in Sergio Perez's shoes, maybe it's time to call it a day in Formula One. Maybe it's not. You know, maybe he's still got the fire, still got the fight, still thinks he can beat Max Verstappen over a season. I mean, you know, these guys have got, massive belief in themselves, obviously. But there's got to be a part of Sergio Perez thinking, I've made me millions. I'll never worry financially again. I've got a young family. I'm still young enough to join another series and have a successful career outside of Formula One. I'm Max Verstappen's teammate, which is always going to be a mentally tough situation. So I don't know, but anyway. Sergio Perez potential retirement aside, driver of the day Liam Lawson. Rate the race. 7's a good shout, Lisa. It's somewhere around there, yeah. Without the Norris Verstappen battle in the last half dozen laps, we were looking at like a 4. But with that battle, is it a 7? Is it a 7? What did we have? We had Hamilton spinning off early. We had the drama at turn 1. We had a lot of fights in the midfield, to be fair. Is it a 6? No, a 6 is harsh. I'll go 7. All right, 7. 7. Yeah, 7. You're right, Lisa. 7. Driver of the day, Liam Lawson. 7 out of 10 race. 6. 8's definitely too generous. 6 feels a little bit harsh. 7. 8's generous, Anto, because there wasn't for an 8. I would have had to see more of a fight for the lead. I would have had to see like Sainz and Leclerc go wheel to wheel for the lead or something. Then you get into the 8-9 territory. But because Leclerc took the lead at turn 1 and then wasn't really under threat from that point onwards, you can't be in the 8-9-10 bracket. That's how I would see it. But 7, because we had good fights with everybody else. Yeah, I go 7 out of 10. Anyway, that's it for today. Anybody that has typed a message in live chat, in fact, what I'll do is let me take a picture of the beginning of live chat, because when I watch it back, sometimes the people that type in chat before I go live does not show up. So I want to make sure that they get a seat, like Denver and Devi Maria and This Is My Life. Make sure they get in. But yeah, everybody that's typed a message in live chat today will be entered into round 19 of the Viewers Championship. Round this circuit, it's not Formula 1. I do GT3s it is. But check out the stream if you are new to it all. I do a 2-hour virtual race with all of you lot in it. Everyone that's typed a message in live chat is entered as an AI driver that I'm racing against, and all the stats are random. So you might be up at the front, you might be at the back, but it's all random. So yeah, join me for that. I'll probably do that tomorrow night. If I do a few laps around the circuit and I'm well off the pace, it might be Tuesday night if I need more practice, because I don't want to be last, because there's been a fair few where I've been last, so I don't want to be last. So practice pending tomorrow night or Tuesday night for round 19 of the Viewers Championship. Round this circuit, that is available on the sim. So I'll get some practice in and we'll have a do. And Kim leads the championship. In fact, I will briefly get this on. I think the mic's muted on this screen, but I will briefly put this on the screen. So that's the standings of the Viewers Championship. I don't know if there's some music playing in the background there or something. Sorry if that was like something loud came on. But that's the standings in the Viewers Championship after 18 rounds, round 19 tomorrow. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Last 10 laps was good. Yeah, the last 10 laps saved this race actually, because before that last 10 laps it was like a 4. The last 10 laps has brought that up to a 7 actually. But yeah, 7 out of 10 I'm going with. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you for joining me for the 2024 United States Grand Prix. I've enjoyed it. I've had a good laugh. Apologies if I did go off on a tangent every now and then. If it's quiet periods during the race, then I'll just go off on some random 20 about last stroll or something. So apologies for that. But the last 10 laps was box office, edge of the seat, and we were in full commentary mode for that. So yeah, thank you all for being in the stream. Please do drop me a like if you haven't already. I'll be back for the Viewers Championship tomorrow night probably, and then we've got another 2 races back to back. I think it's Mexico next weekend, so the stream's coming thick and fast now. I know we've had a month off and it's been dead, but yeah, Mexico next weekend and then Brazil the weekend after that, I think. So we've got 3 in 3 weeks, and obviously the Viewers Championship races will be in between that, so 9 or 10 streams in the next 3 weeks. Let's have a do. But yeah, I'll be back for Viewers Championship, and then it'll be maybe qualifying for Mexico. Definitely the race for Mexico. Peace out. Verstappen does extend his championship lead by 3 points, so the gap in the championship will be 56 points going into Mexico. It's starting to look like long odds for Norris winning this championship, but it's been a great season. Join me for the last 5 and join me for the Viewers Championship tonight. Peace, guys. Thank you. Please do drop a like on the way out and get yourself subscribed. Cheers!